So for those that don't know, for about 2 days now, there has been a Skylanders leak rumor going on, and I've been getting a lot of comments about it, and I was even asked a lot about it during the stream that I had yesterday, and I wanted to discuss it today and talk about it. So this leak originally started on Reddit by this account, SkyL Throwaway. So I'll throw it up on there and I'll let you see it. So it says, upcoming Skylanders compilation title. Release date, Quadrant 4, 2023. Game description. The Skylanders series is back. Play through Spyro's Adventure, Giants, Swap Force Remastered in HD. And for the first time in Skylanders history, no figures required. And then it has some potential game titles you have there, and it says this is slide 5 out of 6. It's important to note that where this image is from, he says that he got it from a survey after he bought Crash 4. Now, I asked him where he bought Crash 4, and I didn't ever get a response, but if you did get a survey, I would assume it would be buying it on PC. I think Steam sometimes gives out surveys, but I could be wrong, because I know Crash is also on Battle.net, so it could be from there, but... So, and then there is one more slide that they show us, and it says, upcoming Skylander compilation title. And then it says mock-up screenshots. It just has a picture of Spyro, T-Rex, and Washbuckler just sitting there with like a joystick, like a mock-up saying, hey, like this is how you would select it with the joystick, and then you'd maybe press X just to finally select them. And then there's a screenshot of just gameplay. So, is this real? Well, the clear answer is no, it's fake.
They were fake?
Of course they were fake!
I just can't believe that people have been actually believing this. I don't even know how news articles have been made about this. I understand that mock-ups themselves don't need to look good because usually when they're pitching it to an executive, it's gonna look kind of bad, and I get that. It's just a rough idea, but I'm gonna dive into a little bit why this is fake. I mean, it's pretty clear from the start, but for those that aren't convinced, let me try and convince you. So, let's talk about this. The first page is fine for the most part, but what I don't understand is it says remastered in HD. Well, all the games are already in HD, technically. I mean, especially Swap Force. Swap Force, if you want to consider, is the first Skylanders HD game. But technically, Giants plays at 1080p on the Wii U. Now, when it comes to Spyro's Adventure, that one's a little bit more iffy because the original version played on the Wii, so it wasn't 1080p unless you played on a Wii U. If you look at the screenshot in the second page, which is the mock-up, you'll see that this is the XPEC version of Spyro's Adventure in the mock-up. For those that don't know, there's two different versions of Spyro's Adventure over here in the States, at least, besides the 3DS version. The two console versions that exist over in the States are XPEC and Toys for Bob's. Toys for Bob's is the original Wii version. The Wii version of Spyro's Adventure, which is often to be considered the definitive edition of the game, was supposed to be a Wii exclusive, but Nintendo decided to turn it down. So what they decided to do is Activision, being the publisher, hired this company called XPEC to make the HD ports for the PS3 and 360 in about 2 months. So the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC version of the games are extremely buggy and aren't as polished, and they play kind of completely different. So why in the mock-up would they be using the inferior version, which is XPEC, when the Toys for Bob version already exists? It doesn't really make any sense. Is it because it's HD, and this would be an HD compilation? I guess, but Spyro's Adventure actually already had an HD port, for those that know. When I was talking about the console versions released in the States, there was another version made. The first Skylander game, Spyro's Adventure, was published over in Japan. And it was published for the Wii U. And I think it might have been made for some other systems, but we're going to focus on the Wii U port in particular. Because the Wii U port is an HD port of Spyro's Adventure, and it's the Toys for Bob version, using Giants models. So it's not XPEC, it's not buggy or anything, it's the polished Wii version with HD graphics. So why is there XPEC in this mock-up? Am I thinking about it too much? Maybe. But a mock-up really shouldn't have the XPEC version when there's an HD version of the original game already made. And I think the reason for there's XPEC is because whoever made this leak doesn't know that there's a difference between the 360, PS3, and the Wii versions. He doesn't know that XPEC and Wii are different. That is why he used this footage. And the second thing I would like to talk about is, why are the buttons Wii U prompts? If you scroll down in this Reddit comment section a little bit, you can see that he says the game will be for the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch. And X and Y are technically, I guess, on the Xbox remote, and they're on the Switch remote. But they're not white on the Xbox, they never have been. Or on the Switch, the buttons are like gray and black on the Joy-Cons, and even on the Pro Controller. So most of the games always make them gray or black. So why are the button prompts white? It doesn't make any sense. It's very lazy. Also, as a quick side note, actually somebody in my Discord server actually found the original source image for the second image of Mockup 2.
Oh, I don't know, man. You've been seeming sus lately. It's almost like we have an imposter among us. I saw that you wanted... Don't lie to me, Walt!
For those who don't know, he got this supposed survey for buying Crash 4. Now, I don't think he told us what system, but I'm going to assume PC. I don't know what launcher on PC, so I'm not sure if it's Steam or Battle.net or whatever, but it's not out of the question that you could get a survey like this. But why haven't we had anyone else get this survey? That's right, because it's not real. It's fake. I mean, why would they use the XPEC version in the mock-up, and why would they have Wii U button prompts? It doesn't make any sense. And then, not only that, Swap Force is already HD, so why talk about it in HD? And Giants is technically HD too, and Spyro's Adventure has two different HD forms, the XPEC form and the Wii U form. So the games are technically already HD. So the real question is Skylanders coming back? Yes and no. Is it coming back right now? No, it's not coming back in 2023. Will it come back eventually? While there's no confirmation, I'm pretty sure Skylanders has to come back at some point. It's a franchise that made too much money just to disappear forever. It will come back eventually, and I'm sure there will be some remastered version of the game, whether it just be the solo Spyro's Adventure remaster, or a bundle duology where it has Spyro's and Giants, or even, I find this unlikely, a triple pack that comes with Spyro's, Giants, and Swap Force, because I personally think Swap Force is just too different from the first two games to be included with them. But, so what is the main reasoning that it can't come back this year, even if this leak is fake? Well, Toys for Bob, who are the original developer of Skylanders, they're busy. They're making a new Crash game, and while that Crash game doesn't have a set release date, it is set to release this year. Sure, I guess the Skylanders game could release later this year, and maybe the Crash game could release earlier. But considering that they haven't given us a date on the Crash game, I think it's probably going to be later in the year. And also, Toys for Bob themselves, while they're sort of a mix of a big company with a indie company. They're basically an indie company that is overseen by a bigger corporation, which is obviously Activision. So they don't have all the man resources to do and juggle a million projects at once. Could they probably juggle some projects? Maybe, but they can't go full steam ahead on projects. So Skylanders is probably not coming back this year. It would make sense for Skylanders to have come back on the 10th anniversary of Spyro's Adventure, because that's the 10th anniversary of Skylanders as a whole. But what's happening this year? Well, this is the 10th anniversary of Swap Force, which would be a kind of a weird time to get a remaster, I won't lie. So, when will it come back? Well, I think it can, like I said earlier, but we're gonna have to wait. I think the earliest that Skylanders will come back is around 2026. Now, why 2026? Because that's the 15th anniversary of Skylanders, and it makes more sense to bring it back then, or bring it around 2031. Now, do you like hearing that? No, that's years away, but is it realistic? Yes, because they're going to want to resell the game to you when you have your own kids. So you'll pick it up knowing that the game was good and you get to replay it with your own children. It doesn't make sense for them to re-release it now. It simply doesn't. I hope I could clear up the rumor for most of you. I haven't seen any other people making videos that are going against the leak at all, because they're just like, oh my gosh, guys, new Skylander game coming out. When there's nothing coming out. It's a fake leak, and it's like the saddest, fakest leak I've ever seen. I mean, once again, articles are reporting on it, and, the videos and all that, and I'm just kind of tired of seeing, this leak get so much ground when we all know it's not real. And do I want it to be real? Of course I do. I love Skylanders at the bottom of my heart. I'm passionate for my little plastic brethrens, but it's not real. And I think I've done a pretty good job proving that it's not real. But that's about all I got. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one.